Welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to talk to you about an article that was written on GameSpot, and this is about Call of Duty Warzone. And I personally believe Activision have found a new way to rip off their Warzone players, or pretty much just their players in general. And before we get into this one, if you're not currently subbed to the channel, make sure you do sub, turn notifications on. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. All support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to support me further as a creator, then check out the links in the description. And let's get into it. So Call of Duty Warzone released on the 10th of March 2020, making it almost 2 years old. And this article was posted on GameSpot on Feb 11th, so a few days ago. Call of Duty devs admit Warzone is broken, but they're still dedicated to fixing things. Activision has revealed plans to fix the broken state of Call of Duty Warzone. And why have they done that? Why are they going to fix it 2 years later? Why are they going to wait so long after the new map releases to start fixing things? In my personal opinion, that's because, as the first line of this article says, sequels to both Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone have been revealed. So they know they need to do things to make players want to jump on Warzone 2, or whatever it's going to be called. And if the game is currently broken, a lot of people are going to be less encouraged to jump on the new version of the game. So sequels to both Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone have been revealed, but Activision has also highlighted its plans to fix the broken state of the current experience. In a Feb 11th blog post, Activision addressed some of Warzone's biggest issues since the new Cold Era map dropped with Season 1. And that includes things like console performance issues, graphical bugs, and invisible skins. Some of the things in this little list underneath have been around since Warzone launched. So the number one priority for our developers is quality of life, Activision said, making changes that allow Warzone to be more accessible and less frustrating for our community. The publisher then revealed that over 30 improvements would be arriving with the launch of Season 2 on Feb 14, so these improvements will be in-game by the time you see this video. So among these updates will be improvements to all forms of movement, which include vehicle handling, parachutes deploying at a lower vertical height, increased player mantle height, and collision fixes for both vehicles and players. The update will also make changes to Warzone's frustrating gas mask animation, which currently interrupts players while they're aiming down sights. The biggest issue I had with Warzone when it first released, and for a long time after, was how the gas mask fucked you over. Whenever you went into the gas, you would come back out of it. Instead of the game letting you shoot and shutting off the animation if you was in combat, you would have to take it off and then a second later you were able to shoot. And I don't know if that's the same issue the game's having right now. It does say that it's currently interrupting players while they're aiming down sights, but they've had problems with the gas mask for 2 years. And I believe a lot of these changes are only to say to players, look, we know how to fix the game, we're fixing the game, so that when they drop their new stuff, players are more encouraged to pick it up. Players can also expect a change to refilling armor plates, as it will be updated to refill a full plate of armor before filling damaged ones. I mean, again, 2 fucking years to fix this. Changes to movement in Warzone come alongside plans to squash more bugs and issues. As Activision said, Season 2 will address several major issues. These updates will focus on performance and streaming issues, which include by-station freezes, voice chat connectivity, and distorted graphics across all platforms. Invisible operator skins have been a real nuisance in Warzone since Season 1, but fixes are also coming to correct these specific operator skins from going invisible at certain distances. So for the last 3 months, there's been invisible operator skins, and they're only just doing something about it now. But for those still wanting to play 2019's Modern Warfare yet unable to access the game, Activision said a fix is on the way for those unable to play the game. The noted cause for blockages to Modern Warfare's multiplayer were issues tied to Warzone's launcher. So Warzone wasn't just broken within itself, it stopped a lot of people playing other Call of Duty titles. Activision said the main priority is still providing the community with a positive and fun gameplay experience. They've had a lot of backlash since the new map released. They haven't really listened to it up until now, and I believe they're only listening to it now because they've just announced the next Warzone and the next Call of Duty. They want players to be happy with the state of the game so they can increase those sales. Then we have quoted, the team's focus is strictly on the Warzone experience we are all playing today, addressing current frustrations and tackling several important requests from our community. Then carrying on, in an Activision hosted call with Charlie Intel and other press and content creators, Infinity Ward co-studio head Pat Kelly, Activision game director Josh Bridge, and Raven Software's Eric Beisman, if that's how you pronounce it, they all discussed Warzone's problems, and as Charlie Intel described, bluntly admitted to messing stuff up. I mean, it's nice, you've got to give them credit, they're fixing the game, but again, it's another situation where they have just revealed a new Warzone and a new Call of Duty game, so I believe they're only doing this to keep people happy and encourage them to make more purchases. They've had 3 months to fix this stuff, and I get that it takes a long time, but this is a big development studio. They could have had this fixed maybe in a couple of weeks or a month. Why is it taking 3 months? Why have players had to wait until Season 2? I believe a lot of the stuff was ready to go, but they'd never implemented any fixes because they wanted to wait for that reveal. They knew players were picking up on leaks and stuff, and they wanted to officially reveal it and then go, look, we're fixing our game, please buy our new one. The developers also told Charlie Intel the Warzone was originally built solely as an addition to 2019's Modern Warfare, but after its incredible success, they wanted to incorporate it into future titles. And you know, I read somewhere recently this game's making like $5 million a day. $5 million a day. And that's just Warzone, so imagine with all the Call of Duty titles that people are purchasing, all that sort of stuff. The microtransactions are through the roof. It's unbelievable how much they're actually making. But this decision caused significant development challenges, which the developers said left the game feeling bloated with all the additional Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard stuff. However, they also said that these issues would be addressed throughout the rest of the year. They never needed to integrate the new Call of Duties into Warzone. And doing that actually ruined the experience for a lot of players. The only reason they did implement the newer titles into Warzone is because they wanted people to try these guns and go, look, they've made upgrades on the guns from Modern Warfare 2019, I'm going to go buy the new Call of Duty. That's the only reason they did all the integrations. What they could have done is just left Warzone as it was, so with the Modern Warfare 2019 weapons, and they could have just integrated it into the other titles. They didn't need to bloat the game with all of the stuff they added in from Cold War and Vanguard. And they didn't need to be so fucking lazy with the newer titles. If you look at the UI for each of the 3 games, so Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, and then Call of Duty Vanguard, you look at them and they pretty much haven't changed a lot of stuff in the titles themselves. They were very, very lazy with the integration, and the integration broke a lot of stuff for a lot of people. And not only that, if I am not mistaken, you can't directly launch Warzone from Vanguard or Black Ops Cold War. As I said, if I'm not mistaken, because I played once since Vanguard come out, but I don't even bother loading up Vanguard to try it. But when Black Ops Cold War released, I tried launching the game from Cold War, and it was like, no, you need to do this through Modern Warfare. So in the end, I've just installed Warzone as a standalone installation. Like, it installs Modern Warfare, but I've just got Warzone to play. Or I've got the bare minimum of Modern Warfare so that I'm able to play Warzone. But I think integrating it fucked it up in a lot of different ways. And I'm glad they can see it, because as they said themselves, it left the game feeling bloated. So the question is, you see the success, why go and ruin it by being lazy? There were lots of different ways they could have gone. Like lots of different paths with the integration and things like that. They didn't have to do what they did. But I also believe if they just integrated it how it was, people wouldn't be so encouraged to purchase Cold War or Vanguard, because they could have just played through Modern Warfare. Or like standalone or whatever. I believe putting the Cold War and the Vanguard weapons in would have encouraged a few more purchases. So that's why they did it, and then they ended up, like, it backfired on them. They fucked themselves over. And then to finish this one off, hopefully Warzone will feel a bit smoother when the new content drops for Season 2. This second season of Vanguard-related content is set to bring World War II bomber planes and chemical warfare to Caldera, however you say that map name. Attack on Titan is also getting another Call of Duty crossover with an Armoured Titan skin. So yeah, in my personal opinion, the Activision team are very smart at ripping their players off, because they're making Warzone 2. They're making a new Modern Warfare. So this could be the start of doing the same thing again. So they basically take the foundation of Modern Warfare, they update it a little bit, make the graphics more modern, all that sort of stuff, and players go, boom, I'm happy with this. I absolutely loved Modern Warfare 2019. So they have an easier time developing it. They just make it look a little bit different. So it's kind of like a FIFA thing, but instead of a roster update, it would be like a UI update or something like that. They'll make a few changes, create new maps, all the basic stuff that they typically have to do every single year anyway. And then what's going to happen after that is you get Warzone 2. It starts off exactly how Warzone 1 did. And then next year you get another Call of Duty because Microsoft purchasing Activision isn't going to make any difference to any of it. And it's just going to be the same 3-year cycle again. Or it'll be something dodgy like that. The yearly, like the annual releases for this franchise need to stop, and very soon. Doing shit like this isn't going to work in the long run. It's just going to slow everything down. They need to take the time to make a proper Call of Duty game. Vanguard is absolute dog shit. Cold War was decent. Modern Warfare 2019 was a pretty good game. I'm hoping Modern Warfare 2 is good. I'll also try Warzone 2, see what that's like when it does release. And fingers crossed that they've put a decent amount of effort into it and actually made something good. But I don't know, this shit with COD's been going on for years now, where it's just minimal effort and biggest rewards, especially since Warzone. But what we're going to do is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.